Whoa, we're back for some Bleach Soul Resonance, and we're going to be doing a bit of crafting today, but first and foremost, I want to talk about the fact that, from what I'm seeing, people are saying that they also have not received their free 10 tickets. By the way, if you're watching this video, but not the summon video, you might be wondering, or I guess, if you're watching this video after the summoning video, you might be wondering how I got all these Jade, and what I would say to you is, please, if you have not yet, go do this content. I hope, this says it ends in 20 days, I hope this comes back every single celebration, because we have something like this in other PvE gacha. We have this in something like Chaos Zero Nightmare, where we get this tower that just refills at the end of a celebration, and this is like 2,000 Jade. Like, literally, this is like 2,000 Jade. And it's a bunch of tickets as well. So, like you know, standard tickets, but tickets all the same. So I hope this refills every single time, because this was crazy. Yeah, I can't get enough of that. Yeah, here we go. Here are the tickets and stuff, and it's a bunch of like these corridor keys. Like, this is great content for boosting your account up. But let's get to the actual thing we're gonna do in this video, which is we need to craft and build for our Mayuri. With the Jade I used, by the way, we're just gonna do a quick recap. I actually did end up pulling his weapon. If you remember, I had to go to pity, so the 2,000 Jade, or some odd amount of Jade, whatever it was, is a huge amount. I just used it for the weapons banner, and so by the end of this building him up, I had everything maxed up. I have him at level 80 right now. We'll see if I go higher. Level 80 is a pretty good spot for supports in general. You know, it's not like I won't get a ton more damage. You can see it right here. So I will probably raise him at some point, but for now, we're just gonna leave him at 80 and see how he fares. No boundaries. We've got him on garbage gear. We also didn't hit his core stamp, but we are here to replace this gear with the gear from his own set. And if you remember, or if you've done some farming yourself, you can see his set right here. It is really good. It increases his ultimate charge rate by 22%. If you have his weapon, he actually starts the fight with full spiritual pressure and a full ultimate. And the 3-piece, each time poison is inflicted on the enemy, the entire team's attack is increased by 5% for 30 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times, so 15% in total, which is very good and very easy to proc, right? So we are not going to spend stamina on this. Instead, we are going to use our 500 imaginary fragments building this, and if we don't hit, then of course we get to use the new feature that dropped here, which is, where is it actually at? I actually have no idea where this is, because I have not actually used this at all. Is it in the recycling? We'll have to figure out where it is, but essentially it's like the conversion. We have like a stamp conversion thing now, so we'll use that. But let us get going. We're gonna go here. We're gonna click on to 50% off, because I would rather have a, you know, a more efficient spend of my materials. The stats we are looking for, probably attack percent, I guess, crit rate kind of, but mostly ult charge and ailment. If we get ult charge and ailment on something with okay stats otherwise, we will be taking it. We're not looking for perfect gear. This is meant to be a realistic version of gear creation and farming. That way people who are free to play and low spending, who don't have infinite resources and infinite stamina and such, can, you know, see how I'm gearing my characters. I mean, you know, so 49 stamps, let's go. And here we are. So let's just start looking through them. So spirit damage, we already see spirit damage, which means no. Defense, no. Thrust damage, bad substats, so no, not quite. Strike damage, bad substats, so not quite. Strike damage with bad substats. Strike damage. Oh my god, bro. Is this like a fucking Yoruichi video? Like, what's all the strike damage for? Okay. Thrust damage, attack percent, and crit rate is not bad, but 2 defense rolls. I would kind of like ult charge or crit rate primarily. Slash damage, but nothing. It looks like our one pieces, our pieces here are a bit of a dud. Attack percent or crit rate either seem pretty good for this, so if I see a good crit rate ailment piece or something like that, I'll probably pick it regardless. We get attack percent, ailment damage, and attack percent here. That could be something. I mean, this is 3 attack rolls and ailment damage. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna speculate on that because I don't mind that one too much. Crit damage, crit rate, ailment. This would be really cool if it was crit rate. No. Attack, no. Defense, no. Crit damage, crit rate, attack percent, not quite. Defense, no. HP, no. Crit damage again, man. Crit damage. God, this piece would be so good if this just said crit rate. That's so sad. Both these, no. Attack. Attack percent. Crit rate, attack percent. This is really good. I'm going to keep this one. This was great. Because we don't really need that much crit rate. And some of his other stuff just scales off of how much attack percent he has. Crit damage, no. Not quite. Attack percent, ult, crit damage. I guess with this one, I'd be looking for ult charge or ailment. Probably ailment, though. Attack. Ult charge, ailment, crit damage. Almost. I'm going to keep that for the ult charge. Attack percent, crit rate, ult charge, attack percent. I'm going to keep that just in case we don't find anything else we like. Okay. And, okay. These are all duds. These are duds. Ailment damage bonus, attack percent. No. Ailment damage, attack percent, attack. No, probably not. All right. So those are our 49. Let me go find out where you actually, like, synthesize the materials. Oh, it's actually, like, literally right here. Okay. Every 3 stamps consumed, you can convert into 1 new stamp. You can craft 0 stamps. So, can I just, like... I wish this was a little smoother to do. Can we actually specifically do... Yeah, the point... We just crafted all of these, so let's just do this. Okay. So, what does this make? Oh, it's just any? Okay. Alright, let's just... I guess we'll just send all of these that we don't want. I'm gonna get this load... Oh, limit reached. Okay. So, see what we got. And we got defense, no. Crit rate, ailment, attack percent. I like this piece. I'm gonna keep that one. Crit damage, crit rate, attack. I kind of like that one. I don't want to keep it though. That would be crazy on... If this was like on Kenpachi... Oh, B2 Kenpachi would love that piece. My god. Attack percent, crit rate, ailment damage. Attack percent, crit rate, ultimate charge. Oh, it's the GG piece. Yes, sir. Ah, let's go. Yeah, it's really good. Everything but the defense is really good here. If it multi-hit the defense, it's kind of whatever. Because like, here's the thing. It hits the ailment damage. Then on the ult charge and ailment and crit rate at level 30 still get boosted no matter what. So even if we roll into the defense, as a free-to-play piece, it's not so bad. Ult charge, crit rate, not really anything. I'm going to stock this up and come back. And there we are. Come back in. We're mostly looking for a slot 1 piece, honestly. So, thrust and ult charge. I mean, it could be something. Oh! Bang! What? Are you kidding me? What a piece! We're just done, I think, now. Yeah. Attack percent, crit damage, ailment. It's not the worst. Okay. And yeah, let's just stop for now. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to go into the leaderboards and see how people are building theirs. So let's just get an idea, right? I guess we should have done this at first. Let's see Mad Max and Fady. So... Crit rate, ult charge, and ailment damage. So essentially what we thought. Thrust damage here. Crit rate here. Makes sense. Ult charge here, yeah. I kind of like the idea of having the I do like the idea of having the ailment on the last one, so I think I'm gonna go with that. But crit rate here. Okay. Okay, seems pretty similar. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Let's raise the pieces that we got that we want to save here. So remove, remove, and remove. And we are going to go to Mayuri. So yeah, all of these pieces are pretty bad. We're going to equip that. We have an attack percent here, which has crazy subsets. Crit here. We have crit rate here. And the rest of these are kind of nothing. Yeah, we're going to go with this. These substats are crazy. Now, I could, end game, I could try to roll this into crit rate later, like, down, because we're going to be farming for 3 weeks, right? We have 3 weeks of having this character. Some people might be looking at this and be like, oh, why are you so excited for this piece? It's not crit rate, like main stat. I don't care. The reason that I'm excited is because it has the substats that I need for now. And it has like literally nothing but good substats. This is like crazy stats. If this rolls into crit rate at all, then we're going to be feeling it. Versus, you know, these two pieces here, which are similar, but like are much worse, right? And so same here. Ult charge. Oh my God, this one's crazy. I don't know which of these I want to use. I like both of them a lot. I like the idea of using ult charge main stat, but we'll have to see. I think I'll go with this one for now, just because the stats, the stats on the subsets are just better in general. Is his boundary? Is the ult charge one? Yeah. So 20% of Mayuri's ult charge is not something we have access to. So I think having ailment damage is going to be better for us in this case. I think so, because we don't actually have ult charge manipulation in that way. So I like the way of just having ailment here over the ult charge. So let's roll these pieces. This piece can literally just like not really fail. I mean, it could roll into attack 3 times, which would suck, but we're day 2, it doesn't actually matter what this hits. Like, it is what it is. Ult charge, really good. Ailment, really good. These are the pieces we want. Crit rate would be nice. It's like, is this... Am I faking this one? Am I pre-recording this one? Look, I'm clicking on the screen everywhere. I'm confirming it. Am I faking this one? How do I do it? How do I just line it up like that? Also, this used to be the most delicate resource in this game, and now we're getting so many of them, which is really nice. But we're going to star that up. Ult damage, it's fine. It's not the worst in the world, but we'll go ahead and raise that. Ooh, let's see that piece in total now after we level it up. Yeah, that's a nice piece. That hit everything. That essentially hit everything that we wanted. We dodged the flat attack perfectly. That's a really nice piece. We'll go here. We don't have to really dodge anything here. I feel like all of these are pretty good. It's not that big of a deal. Crit rate would be nice. Ult charge, really good. Crit rate is really nice because we don't have a main stat crit rate. Ailment damage is really nice. So it looks like we did it again. Looks like we did it again. So we're going to go ahead and level that one up. I like this piece. Increases all damage by 9%. Sure. Sure. Looks good to me. Let's go ahead and max that out. Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good. The reason, by the way, I'm talking about his like his poison percent is because I think it might be his core stamp. Let me just go look. Once I get his core stamp, isn't it like something to do with his percent attack or something like that? Maybe I'm misremembering. It's something to do with his poison is inflicted by his like attack percent. I think maybe it's just like the poison itself. I don't remember. There's something there. Poison scale. There's something. Oh yeah, on Mayuri's attack. Yeah, dealing ailment damage based on Mayuri Kurotsuchi's attack. There it is. So poison scale proccing deals damage equal to 100% of attack. So having a little bit of attack is probably not going to be too bad. But you know, we'll have to see long term what people go with. I'm not too worried about being a perfectionist here. These stats look good. So just dodge death. Nice. Dodge defense. Had to happen with one of them. Ultimately, like, we've gotten really lucky. Hit the ult charge. It's really nice. Yeah, why not, honestly? Increase by 9%? Ooh, that's not too bad. Okay, that's pretty good. So we ended up spending like 700,000 con or 800,000 con. We've spent quite a bit of our ascension materials. If I can go briefly here, how much of our ascension materials did we spend? Like 800 as well, or 700 or something like that. And we've ended up with a Mayuri who is bordering on 30,000. When I started, wasn't it like a 26,000, 25,000, something like that? So we are already far outlasting our initial amount. 232% ailment damage bonus, 215% ultimate charge, a lower crit rate than we'd probably want if we were going super endgame, but I do not mind that at all because we are dealing with we're sort of you know, compromising our crit rate stat for our this piece that just has such good substats, right? I'm prioritizing ailment and ultimate charge long before I'm prioritizing crit rate, right? So the last thing will just be to get this core stamp online. We just gotta wait on that ultimately, and core stamp is going to end up giving me more thrust damage bonus, some ult damage bonus, a bunch of crit damage, increase for terror, things like that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. So there's my Mayuri, there's our craft along. I think this went better than Nelel's personally, and we did it without spending any stamina. Again, that's just going to come down to the fact that Mayuri is just a character who essentially wants 2 stats at the end of the day. He is a support. He's not there to be on field a lot. His attack percent is going to be whatever. His crit rate can be whatever. His crit damage can be whatever. He's not there for that. So getting that ult charge and ailment up is primo. Nice. Very nice. Once we get him on core stamp, he'll go up to at least like 30,000, 31,000, and he'll be, you know, toasting with the rest of these characters up here, I'd imagine. I mean, oh, by the way, I was doing core stamp runs yesterday, and I got another copy of Nelel. So Nelel is now at 4. I got another copy of something. Was it her weapon? I got another copy of her weapon, so this goes up to 32% now. And I got a copy of this guy from my standard pulls, so he now has boundary too. So I think I talked about it before with Mayuri, but Mayuri is done now for a long time. Like, I don't really need to feel amped to go back into Mayuri to like re-gear him. I think his gear is fine. He's a support. So the thing about him is I now need something to farm for the next 3 weeks. And it might just be Byakuya, because he's probably not getting replaced for a while. He's now going to get 40% crit damage bonus. So I think it's time for me to build my Byakuya, weirdly enough. I think guys, I think Byakuya is finally ready to receive anything at all. I think I'm done waiting. Getting another Byakuya boundary has sort of convinced me that I might as well. So yeah, there's my plan for a while. Thanks for joining me on today's video. We're going to be rocking the Mayuri avatar because I do like Mayuri. And yeah, get your new content done. Do this. It literally gives you like 20-something thousand Jade. It's crazy. Like if you like the video, subscribe to join the club. We all go make it, and peace.